The opinions expressed are those of the show's host and not the staff or management of Port St. Lucie Broadcasters. Any reproduction without written consent of WSTU and WPSL is strictly prohibited. Now it's time for Quality of Life Radio, brought to you by Cigna and Aetna Medicare. Here are your hosts, Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier.
Hello and good morning, and thank you for tuning in on another extraordinary Tuesday morning with the Quality of Life radio show. I am your host, Gary Owen. I'm the president of Owen Insurance Group, and my co-host, Tom the Bouvier, is not with us today, but we are thinking about Tom today. Anyway, we welcome you to this great show where over 43 countries are tuning in. Not sure why they're all tuning in from other countries, but we welcome all of you, not only here in the United States, but in other countries as well. So we are broadcasting live on WSTU 1450 AM and WPSL 1590, as well as Facebook Live. So if you're listening and tuning in your car, and you get to home or to your office, feel free to follow us at The Quality of Life Radio Show on Facebook, and you can catch us Facebook Live. So tomorrow is going to be Flag Day, so we're very excited about celebrating America, celebrating the United States, and our great flag on Flag Day. And then following that, Sunday, the 18th, is going to be Father's Day. So we want to say Happy Father's Day right now to all of you awesome fathers out there. So have a great day with your children. Enjoy and celebrate being a dad. So we bring you these half-hour segmented shows to provide you unbiased information and education about insurance planning, stuff that you need to know. So it's going to be old-fashioned straight talk, right? We believe in being transparent. We believe in supporting and enhancing our clients' quality of life with the right insurance solution. So that's what we're here, and this is what we're passionate about. It is our mission every single day to improve and enhance your quality of life. So I want to start with the quote of the day today. The gem, because we all like gems, shiny, beautiful gems, but the gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a person perfected without trials and tribulations. So true with that. All right, today I want to talk to all of you who are currently on Medicare and those of you who are approaching Medicare age. So if you were born in 1958, that means that you're either turning 65 this year or may have already turned 65. And if you were born in 1959, that means next year you're going to be turning 65. You need to tune in and listen up. So there is a lot of misleading, well, there has been a lot of misleading TV commercials out there about Medicare. Very misleading. We're thankful that the government is curtailing that and mitigating any future TV commercials that will be misleading. So now, anyone or any entity, I won't mention the names of these entities or call centers, but in the future, they do now have to have their TV commercials pre-approved by Medicare before being shown on national TV. And they also must disclose which plan they are specifically talking about. So we're happy about some of those changes. But what do you do and where do you go? Who do you turn to for questions about Medicare planning? Well, this is what we're here for. This is what we do. This is what we specialize in. The agents that are associated with Owen Insurance Group throughout the state of Florida and other parts of the country are all independent agents. They're not captive. They're not career agents, meaning that our agents represent you. They don't represent the individual carrier. They represent you. They go out and they do the heavy lifting and find you the best plan that meets your specific needs. That's what's important. That's the way it's supposed to go. There is not a one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to Medicare insurance planning. So if you have questions We have developed 2 years ago a non-profit website called MedicareJourney.org. I highly recommend that you go to the website and learn more. This is where you can look at videos depending on where you're at in your journey. So if you're turning 65, you'll see videos about what you should do if you're turning 65. If you're over 65, you're still working and you're on a group plan and you're deciding, whether should you stay on a retiree plan or go on Medicare and pick up a Medicare plan. There's information there for you as well. If you're under 65 and on a disability, there's information there as well. If you're already on Medicare and now we're entering the Medicare annual enrollment period from October 15th to December 7th, there's information there for you as well. Or from January 1 through March 31 during the OEP, or the open enrollment period, there's information there for you as well. Great unbiased information and education that you need to know before you make a decision. Because I always say that the decisions you make today can last a lifetime. It's absolutely important to get it right the first time. So very important. Go to the website, peruse the website, look at the videos, download the top 10 critical and costly Medicare mistakes to avoid. Valuable information on that website, and we'll answer many of your questions. And if you do have additional questions, obviously you can call us at 772-210-1020. That's 772-210-1020. Now, yes, we are a licensed agency here in the state of Florida, but we are licensed in 42 additional states. So no matter where you are in the United States, if you have questions, and let us be your resource. We're happy to answer any questions. It's amazing. We talk about this on all our shows. Tom and I, it's like we're beating a dead horse when we tell and we educate our clients when they ask about how much do you charge for your services? Well, it's very simple. We do not charge. And they ask, well, how in the heck can you not charge? Well, it's because that we get paid by the carrier. It is unlawful for an agent to collect monies from a consumer for consulting fees if they are taking commissions from the carrier. So we elect to not pay consulting fees. We do not want to put the burden on our clients, so therefore we'll take the commissions, what's available from the carrier. Now, I want to update you on some 2023 changes because we talked about this at the beginning of the year, and so there are so many new Medicare beneficiaries aging into Medicare, and maybe they may not know or not aware of the changes, and these are very important changes for 2023. So we all know that the Part B premium has gone down from $170, which it was last year, to $164.90 for 2023. We have no idea what's going to happen in 2024 yet. We know that the IRMA charges have also been adjusted. So depending on your income, yes, if you are a high income earner, you could potentially be paying more for your Part B premium. So, and by the way, all this information is also on the MedicareJourney.org website. There are resources on the website that you can download and you have access to. Last week, we had a client who had a shingles vaccine. The hospital that she went to, the doctor's office associated with the hospital that the client went to, is trying to charge her $200 and some odd for the vaccine. No, it is covered by Part D. So when we advised the client to not pay that cost or that charge, we asked them to contact the hospital, and we gave them information that shows that the Part D is covering the shingles vaccination. So she can now take that and send it, that charge and send it to the Part D carrier that she's associated with, and they will have it covered. Also, the catastrophic phase threshold for 2023 increased to $7,400. This is for Part D, prescription drug plans. That went up 5%. We believe that beginning next year, now this is just Gary Owens speaking, but due to the It's the Inflation Reduction Act of 2023, the IRA that President Biden signed into law, that is holding the pharmacy benefit managers and the drug companies holding their feet to the fire and keeping the cost down, because this has been a horrific situation and problem for seniors, is being able to afford their drugs. So beginning next year, we are going to see Part D premiums increasing, but now the government says they cannot increase their premiums more than 6% per year. So they're in check with that. And last year, the Part D national premium was around $32 per month. There are other Medicare Part D drug plans that are less in premium, but we understand that they cannot now increase more than 6% per year. Because last year we had a drug company that raised their rates from around $13 a month to $68 a month. It's a little ridiculous, isn't it? Also, because of the IRA, once the client reaches that Part D catastrophic phase, which is around, again, maybe held to close to $7,400, may go up for 2024. But once the client does reach the catastrophic phase next year of that amount, they do not have to pay anything. No other fees, no other costs, no other co-pays beyond that point. So effectively, what we kind of gather is it will cap out our Medicare beneficiaries' cost on Part D drugs to probably no more than $3,300 a year. Good news, because now there is no cap past the catastrophic phase. There's no cap to it. So now there is a cap, and then the good news beginning in 2025. This is good news for all of you who are on Medicare and those of you that are going to be aging into Medicare over the next couple of years. Beginning in 2025, your Part D maximum out-of-pocket expense cannot exceed more than $2,000 for that year. So, obviously, there have been a lot of talk from the pharmacy benefit managers, from the drug companies. In fact, there is even here recently, within the last couple of weeks, there's a lawsuit from Merck & Company because they're scared. They're scared that instead of making multiple billions of dollars a year, now that's going to be taken away from them. And instead of making that much, they'll make a couple, maybe $1 billion less a year. But anyway, the Biden administration is confident that it will succeed in court. But the lawsuit was filed last Tuesday, and it's unfortunate. But again, the government, I don't care what side of the fence you're on, whether you're red or blue, Republican or Democrat, it matters not. This is not about politics, and don't make it political. It is about taking care of our seniors, and this needed to be done. So I applaud the administration on mitigating the cost, because I don't care who you are or how much money you have. If you don't have enough money to pay for your prescriptions to have a good quality of life, that tells me we got problems in this country that need to be addressed. And I'm glad that they are being addressed. And I know that all of our clients are happy to hear that their Medicare prescription drug plans and their costs are going to be less over the next few years. So we're excited about that. Also, I want to talk to you about some fraud. We have been hearing about the Medicare trust fund being depleted, right, over the next few years. And people are up in arms. And we've been hearing this conversation for years and years and years about the trust fund. But anyway, there's a lot of fraud going on in Medicare. It just is incessant. And unfortunately, I don't think that the government has enough help to uncover all the fraud that's happening and conduct the investigations that need to happen. Case in point is I have a client that's in the Boca Raton area that for every time he gets his MSN or his Medicare summary notice in the mail once a quarter, because he's on a original Medicare with a supplement plan. There's a company in Miami that keeps putting on his Medicare claim thousands of dollars every month for durable goods that he is not using. He has not placed an order for durable goods. He doesn't know the company. And we filed a complaint with the OIG's office. This was many months ago. And we still have not heard back from the government about the fraudulent charges that are happening with this company. So, and Medicare Advantage plans. I mean, whether you're on Medicare, original Medicare, or Medicare supplement, man, there is tons and tons of fraud happening every single day. So the government needs to do a better job. We need to be talking to our legislators and expressing our concern for the fraud that's happening throughout this country. It's rampant. A newly released federal audit revealed widespread overcharges and other errors in payments to Medicare Advantage health plans, with some plans overbilling the government more than $1,000 per patient a year on average. Now, there's over 60-some million Medicare beneficiaries in the country today. You can do the math. So, also, when it comes to original Medicare, so the OIG had another report that Medicare overpayments are due to coding discrepancies, which totaled over almost $23 million. $23 million in overpayments from Medicare. So on June 7th, Medicare improperly paid practitioners. This is what when it came out on June 7th. Medicare improperly paid practitioners at a higher non-facility rate for services provided to skilled nursing facility or hospital inpatients, leading to over $23 million in overpayments. This came from the HHS Office of Inspector General. So anyway, I'm just reading this nonsense to prove to you that there is way too much fraud, and if they could just nip the fraud in the bucket, we wouldn't be having the issues that we're having today. Anyway, also I want to, real quick, related to Medicare Journey, our nonprofit. So I encourage you to go to MedicareJourney.org and see and learn more about that. But also, many of our field managers and our agents are conducting educational events for Medicare. So if you are aging into Medicare this year, we have a plethora of educational workshops that we have reserved. You can go to our website at oweninsurancegroup.com, and on the main landing page, there is a link to click on to see all the upcoming Medicare educational workshops and events that may be happening in your area. So the next one coming up is Tuesday, June 20th in Navarre, Florida, in the Panhandle, and then June 22nd, Thursday in Pensacola. July 11th will be in Broward County. July 12th will be in Port St. Lucie. July 13th in Stewart. Also back in Broward County again. July 25th will be in Lake Worth at the Hurricanes Grill there. July 26th will be at the Hangar in St. Pete, Florida. July 27th back at the Hurricanes in Lake Worth. July 27th again in St. Pete. August 8th will be in Melbourne. August 10th in Palm Bay at the Fabulous Shack restaurant. August 23rd in Ormond Beach, and the 24th in Port Orange, and then back again in Palm Beach County, August 29th and 31st. So if you, it's a free dinner. It doesn't cost you anything to come. We typically start at 5:30 p.m. at almost all of our locations, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Come in here, unbiased information. Get the information you need. We do not talk about specific plans. We are not here to shove anything down your throat, any specific plan or product down your throat. Our goal as professionals, as members of Medicare Journey, is to educate our consumers, our prospective clients, about the choices they have. Because as you all know, Medicare is confusing. It's convoluted. and it causes many consternation. So we will unravel the mysteries of Medicare so you can make a very important and informed decision. Because, again, I cannot reiterate the importance of this quote. The decisions you make today can last a lifetime. It's important to get it right the first time. So please go check out our free educational events. Go enjoy a dinner on us and learn more about the choices you have about Medicare insurance planning. Very, very, very important. So I kind of want to give some information, again, remember about the choices you make. So we had a prospect, now he's a client, but we had a prospect that was over in the Tampa area who's 79 years of age. The gentleman was very upset because he is on original Medicare with a Medicare Supplement Plan F. 79 years of age. He chose, at the time when he was 65, the cheapest Medicare plan available for Plan F, the cheapest carrier. My question to you is, do you think you should always find the cheapest plan possible? Is that the best way to choose a Medicare supplement plan? Nope, it is not. Ask this gentleman. So this gentleman, we'll just call him Paul, was paying over $680 a month now for his Medicare Supplement Plan F. We were able, thank God, we were able to find another suitable Medicare supplement plan for him. But the issue is he now has to answer no to all of the health underwriting questions. So when you turn 65, this is your guaranteed issue period. No matter what your health is, there are no health underwriting questions that can be asked of you. So it's important that you choose the right Medicare supplement plan when you first turn 65, because if you do have certain pre-existing conditions, you may never be able to leave that plan. And if, like this gentleman, if you go to a certain Medicare supplement plan or a certain Medicare supplement carrier, and if they don't have fair rate stability, you are going to suffer the financial consequence. See, this is what we do. I've been in the industry for over 17 years. We know the carriers. We know the carriers that have the most horrible rate stability, who start out at a very low premium to capture a large block of business and then raise the rates up exponentially. And we know those carriers that have the best rate stability. And one carrier particularly, over the last decade or so, averages about a 1.1% rate increase per year. So again, come to the experts, because we know if you are looking for information, unbiased information and education, I could guarantee you that you will get it here at Owen Insurance Group. Again, you have questions, pick up the phone and give us a call at 772-210-1020. So this one carrier that we put him with, unfortunately declined him due to his information that's in his medical information bureau. There are some Medicare supplement carriers that are more stringent and more conservative when it comes to underwriting questions and requirements. Thankfully, our number 2 carrier that we typically go to was able to approve him. So thank God we put him in another F plan. We took him out of that one carrier that was paying $680 some a month for, and now put him into another Medicare supplement carrier. It's about $350. So less than half, or right about half the cost. And you talk about being happy and saving that client a lot of money. But again, had he went with the right carrier when he first turned 65, he would not have had that issue of those horrendous rate increases by that carrier. So again, do not make a decision based on the lowest premium. Base it on multiple things. Rate stability, how long the carrier's been in business, the claims paying ability. These are important topics to consider, especially when you are going to stay on original Medicare and pick up a Medicare supplement plan. Also, when it comes to Medicare Advantage, if you choose a Medicare Advantage plan when you first turn 65, and then down the road, let's say 2, 3, 5 years later, you elect now that you want to go to a supplement plan because you have now you have maybe a pre-existing condition or chronic or critical illness. You're paying a lot of money out of pocket, and now you want to switch to a supplement plan. Well, guess what? You may not qualify because, again, you now have to answer health underwriting questions because now you're past 65, past your guaranteed issue period. So, again, we know that it's complicated, it's confusing, it's convoluted. Give us a call at 772-210-1020. We'll answer your questions. And again, we do not charge for our services. All right. I've been told that we are at the conclusion of our show, so we hope that you enjoyed our show. Please share us with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. And stay tuned because coming up next is the Brian Kilmeade Show. And remember, Treasure Coast, stay safe, keep healthy, be happy, and enjoy your quality of life. Take care, everyone.